Hello you guys, welcome back to a new vlog. It is currently Tuesday morning. Yesterday was Labor Day. We are kicking off the morning trying to revive the under eye bags. Giselle and I were in New Orleans for several days. I was working with the tourism board. I think I've already said that in videos. I didn't really vlog it, didn't really post tons on Instagram because I'm working with them on TikToks over the next few weeks. So if you want to see everything we did, I have so many recs. I also did create a little Instagram highlight of all of our New Orleans spots that we really liked. What else? Yeah, I have quite a few things I need to do today. I haven't really I don't know, I'm coming off of a trip and then just like a very lazy day yesterday, so I need to fully examine the calendar, craft a little to-do list. I thought that we could do that together. First things first, I have been avoiding opening my suitcase yet until I was ready to do laundry because I have also, you guys, never sweat so much on a trip in my entire life. I made a mistake one day. I was wearing a crop t-shirt. I'll put a picture, cute little thing. No bra, soaked. The t-shirt was soaked. So from then on, I was wearing, I didn't even pack a bra. I was wearing like a sports bra under everything for like a layer of absorption. So everything I wore that trip, like I couldn't even rewear an outfit because like if it was 2 hours in the sun, the item was drenched. So yeah, sweaty times. I am going to, for the morning, do some laundry. Oh, I do have my first TikTok for the tourism boards due today. I need to do that really quick. As soon as Giselle gets off a call, she's going to help me, we were playing around in the guest bedroom. Oh, I can show you now because I'm finally posting about it. We just need to do a couple final touches on the guest bedroom. I don't really know the vision for this vlog. I just wanted a casual little chatty vlog. Get to laundrying. I need to fold some things that I did right before the trip. Also, on a different note, I'm thinking this because normally I'd be looking out of our sliding doors to the backyard right now, but I have the blinds closed because I just opened them and there has been just a shift in nature since we went out of town. And that is that like right by the door, like where we walk out, we have a mint plant that like we didn't plant it, and had I known much about mint, I would not have chosen for this to be maybe in the yard at all, but at least like right by our door, because that thing just grows and grows, and we don't even water it at this point because we want it to stop. But it's taken over. Like we have the gardeners coming here in a few days, which I try not to do that often. Like I wait for it to get bad before we like call in people. We can't even like go out the door. It's gotten so big. Like if I open the door, like the leaves are gonna shoot inside. And additionally, this is the real shift in nature. I didn't know that mint plants like flowered. So I just opened it and I was like, whoa, what is going on? I thought there was like a mold problem, but it's just like the plant's flowering, which I also don't want because I don't want more of it. And there are bees everywhere. So that's why I immediately shut the blinds back because I opened it. The bees came then like trying to get in the house, like flying at the window. Based on how many flies end up inside the house, I have no doubt the bees have a way in somewhere. So anyways, also how cute are these little tennis skirts? Giselle and I have been obsessed with these little skirts. I feel like it's definitely like a trendy thing. It has been for a while. Tennis has been trendy for a minute. I have not caved until Giselle was watching on Netflix the docuseries Breakpoint. If you haven't seen it, I would really recommend it. I kind of like intermittently watched with her. I don't know, get to know so much about different players. So now I'm like a tennis fan, and we've just been watching the US Open like all day yesterday. First time I can ever say that about any sport ever. Alright, I've now put on some makeup. As you can see, I have a car tripod again. I used to vlog in the car like all the time. I love that. It's so like nostalgic for me having this back. But I misplaced that tripod, ordered another one, misplaced the replacement, and I've done that like 3 times, and it felt so like absurd that I would wait a good like 6 months before ordering another one because I'm like, this is surely gonna turn up. And it never did. But I am heading to get some coffee because I've made a TikTok about this before. I got like 1 million views, so everyone knows my struggle. When I travel sometimes, you know, bathroom troubles are going on. When we're in new environments, you know, like there's not a lot going on. And I am feeling like there's a brick in my stomach. And so I'm calling in, you know, the Starbucks reinforcements. A shaken espresso always does it for me.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. What's here for you today?
Hi, can I get some of the egg white red pepper bites? And then could I also recently went back to using my Starbucks app again to like scan for stars, as well as Chick-fil-A. I don't go there often, but if you want anything free at Chick-fil-A, get the app. Like they just hand out sandwiches. But yeah, I've been getting my points again at Starbucks. I always get a little bit thrown off at Starbucks when they ask like if you want to leave a tip. I always do, don't come for me. Starbucks, of course, just recently implemented the option. It's like I always do it because again, I always want to because of the people working there. But it's like, I thought Starbucks was like a place where they actually paid the employees equitably and like paid for their college, and like my understanding was that was like a great place to work where like you didn't need to like depend on tips. Am I wrong? I know like surely some of you guys work there. I'm sure any employee is in favor of the tips. However, I feel like it's no new conversation that like the tipping economy is just wild. Like when I haven't gotten Botox in years, but they would ask me if I wanted to leave a tip. I'm like, what am I leaving a tip for? Is this a medical service or is it not? We're like in LA, which again, these are hot topics. It's totally fine to have varying opinions on the topic. It's not changing like what's actually happening. But like in LA, there are a lot of restaurants that tack on, and I'm sure like big cities as well, that like add on like a 4% additional charge for like employee health benefits, which I support. But it's like, shouldn't the employer be the one paying for that? I've also heard there's a lot of cases where like people are getting charged for that and the employees aren't actually even getting like the health benefits that like supposedly is what like you're paying for. It's like, I'd rather have, even if I'm paying the same amount, it's just like a mental thing. I'd rather have that percentage factored into the price of the items and the employer is just paying for the health benefits versus like I'm ordering my meal and I think I'm paying, you know, whatever the amount is, let's say $20. I add on 4% for that. I add on 10% for sales tax and then 20% for tip. We're practically at like 1.5 times the amount of the item. Like, I don't know. What are your thoughts on the tipping economy? You know, obviously like other countries don't depend on tips because they just get paid well to start with, and other countries just don't have a lot of the problems we do, so what's new? Here is today's order. We have mine. I always get a brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso. I did go out and get a pumpkin cream cold brew the other day just to do it, and it brought the vibes, but that's definitely more of like a treat drink for me just because it's really sweet, really rich. Giselle never finishes her drink, so she got a tall iced coffee with caramel and some cream. My nails are in great shape. I also went and just picked up all of our packages that got delivered while we were gone from our neighbor who always gets them. And so I got these shoes that I copied Giselle that she just ordered. And I think these are so cute. I will link them below, and they're very comfortable. Like Air Forces I love. I think they're like a very universal shoe. They match like everything, but at least for me, like I have flat feet to begin with, and that shoe just feels so like flat, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. These though, they got the little cushion action going on. They're very comfortable, and yeah, I think I'm gonna pack these for Switzerland, which is coming up next week. How? I know this is PR from the company Wandering Bear. So they sent the extra strong cold brew and then also the pumpkin spice cold brew. So thank you so much to them. Started on my work for the day. I just found this like productivity planner journal thing. I will link it as well. What I like about it is that it kind of helps you like prioritize your tasks, figure out when you need to do what. So if you're someone who struggles with getting overwhelmed by like your entire to-do list and not really knowing like where to take it from there, I think this can be helpful. So first it has like your weekly planning sheet. We're starting on a Tuesday, but I haven't even put everything on here yet, but you put your most important tasks, your next ones, and then additional ones just to kind of, you know, again, make your priority list. It says what's one action you could take to make this week more. It says productive, but I'm writing happy because I'm going for happy. I don't know, there's just always something else that could be done. So I just want to focus on like a little joy for the week rather than like, you know, I could always be more productive. So I just don't want it to like, I don't want to take that critical approach 24/7, I guess. So here's today's most important task. Again, that TikTok. Next, I want to post my guest bedroom makeover. I want to edit my last vlog. I'm vlogging today, and then just some other little tasks that won't take as much time. What I also did was they give you this extra like weekly notes page. So I kind of wrote my habits up here to check off and some weekly habits, and then I just kind of brainstormed ideas I have at the moment. I just like thought it was good to have a good little brain dump, and then when we get to the end of the week, there is a review page. So writing down the positives, anything I didn't get to, I can list here, what have I learned, and again, what actions will you take next week to ensure your week is productive? I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about like if I'm reaching my goals, you know, things like that. So I think this is just a fun little planner option. And now I'm gonna get to editing my New Orleans stuff. All right, it is now a few days later and I just kind of wanted to round out this video with some house updates as well as just with some like thoughts and comments in response to my last video. Again, I'm wearing such a mismatched fit. I feel like something about just wearing an outfit that makes like no sense just makes me feel, I don't know, like the old days or something. The casual vlogging era, that's what I'm going for. First house update, as you can see, behind me potentially. I didn't really frame this shot the best, but I was fully influenced by TikTok to buy this little, it's actually two tables, just, or two cabinets, pieces of furniture pushed together to kind of look like one little long sideboard. Or originally why I actually got it was to be our entryway table, since we did move the entryway table that had been by our front door into the guest bedroom. Didn't measure, I ordered this actually when we were in New Orleans. I assembled it, went to go put it at its spot, and it was just like too wide. Like it was filling the whole wall in order to like be able to open the door, and it was just looking a little bit too big. Yeah, I did really like this. And, we just got it from Amazon, so I will link it. As for the guest room, I feel like most of you have already seen it because I did a two parts on TikTok, just one reel on Instagram showing like the start to finish. I filmed all of it, but I thought for those of you guys who didn't, I would just show you a couple little clips of what that room turned out to be like. For the longest time since moving in, it's just been a sad little room. We're just very plain with Giselle's old bedroom set. And then one day we went into Target. I found, I mean, they really just did a great job with their merchandising display, just like all set out, all matchy-matchy. And I was like, this is exactly like the vibe we're going for. So mostly everything is from Target. I did get some things from Amazon as well, like these battery-powered sconces I've been obsessed with. I don't know, I'm not obsessed with the light it puts off, but I really like the look, and it's not worth it for us to like pay an electrician to come and like install some real sconces for the amount of time people are actually gonna be staying in there. So it meets our needs. Yeah, we hung curtains. I mean, there's not much to say. You've just seen what it looks like. Did a little floating shelf on one wall. We need to figure out what art's gonna go there. And now we're trying to just basically decide if we have, or if we wanna paint the wall. So if any of you have paint color recommendations that you think will look good in there, let me know. Cause I know nothing about paint. So that is the update on the guest bedroom. Lastly, to round out this video, I just wanted, in relation to my last video where I was pouring my heart out and whatnot, just talking about realizations I've had lately about how I just feel like I'm not currently my best self in relation to kind of when I feel like I was that a couple of years ago. I just wanted to say thank you to all of you guys who either left a comment or sent me a message. I know I did not get back to everyone, but truly your comments and messages like had me in tears. Okay, I'm starting to feel like I'm gonna cry. And secondly, I know I touched on like so many different topics in that video related to myself and like feeling more joyful in the past, like a little bit of codependency in relationships, like friend breakups, like just so many different things. It was a very scattered video, but so many of you guys left comments on one thing or another that like you had related to and kind of like gave me food for thought. Some things that I feel like I maybe like were true for the person and like I don't really relate to, but a lot of things that like did kind of give me a bit more to think about. Yeah, I just wanted to give a really big thank you to all of you guys who took the time to do that. And who shared. It like really did make me feel encouraged, like less alone, and again just like has given me more to think about. So I sincerely appreciate it. This is where I'm gonna cry. I've not like felt so much like love and connection with this community in a while. I feel like I always used to say it, like don't be a ghost viewer. I truly love when you guys comment on these videos or on anything I post on any platform. Like to me, it goes beyond just like, you know, I want engagement on like the video. Like, sure, yeah, I do. But like most of the fun in posting is like hearing back from you guys. And I feel like just that outpouring of support was humbling and also gratifying and like, yeah, again, encouraging and just really meant a lot to me. So thank you guys. So I still have a long way to go with things that I'm working on with myself, and I intend to share that. Again, I feel like the biggest thing has been really taking time to express gratitude, like daily, like writing down things I'm grateful for that day. I think that has already begun helping with a positive mind shift for me. And secondly, just like taking intentional alone time has been really good the past week or so. I mean, we're like early stages on all of this. I'm gonna share so much more in the future. Long story short, I'm just feeling already a bit more myself, and I think taking time to myself to kind of just like intentionally get in a good headspace has been helpful for me. So I don't know. Again, I feel like it's so hard to, I mean, it seems like you guys got the point of what I was trying to say in that last video, but it's still so hard for me to like put to words like what is even going on in my mind and what these like realizations are, and like how to concretely express them is a bit difficult, but I will try to do that going forward. Again, thank you so much to you guys, and thank you for watching this video. I think I'm gonna have one more video up soon, prepping for my Switzerland trip. Then after that will probably be Switzerland vlogs, maybe a Q&A. Actually, I might film a Q&A, pre-film that for when I'm gone. So if you have any questions for the Q&A, leave that here. That may or may not happen depending on time. But that is it. Thank you for watching my saga, and I will see you guys in my next video.